What is up, everyone, and welcome to day 2 of the 2017 Summer HCS Pro League. Tom T Squared Taylor, Michael Strongside Cavanis, and at the Xfinity desk, bringing you all the action. You are not Kyle.
No, I'm subbing in, holding honorable right here. Kyle is unfortunately sick, food poisoning, so I'm going to be subbing in for today. Hopefully he's feeling a bit better next week, but he is definitely taking it easy here for the next few days.
Well, one thing's for sure is whatever he's got, I'm glad that I don't currently have because it was ugly. But either way, let's go ahead and talk a little bit about yesterday. Mike, you were watching from home. What'd you think? Was that what you were expecting? It was some pretty crazy results.
Yeah, I mean, taking a look at those matches, you see Optic Gaming come out not too hot. I think a lot of people thought they were going to kind of make it through Ronin Esports with a quick 3-0. They did 3-0 Ronin, but it didn't look like Optic was going to win Game 3. Game 2 was kind of iffy as well. Ronin Esports was putting up a good fight. I'd say the rest of the matches definitely kind of went as played, but Evil Geniuses and Splyce, I'd say that probably was the biggest surprise.
It was no surprise that Optic Gaming won, right?
Exactly.
The biggest surprise was, I think, Evil Geniuses beating Luminosity, how well Envious played, because you can see Optic Gaming, Envious, obviously the two powerhouses constantly finishing first and second. Team Liquid only able to break that trend once, breaking into that second place. I believe they pushed Envy into that third place one time. But Splyce is looking really solid, and we're finally going to see what Team Liquid and Straight Rippin' are going to bring to the table today, because yesterday they did not play. Now Straight Rippin' going to have a doubleheader today.
Yeah, and talking about that Envy matchup as well yesterday, I mean, that was pretty much a steamroll. They kind of picked up where they left off at Daytona, and it's just a constant grind. And something crazy about Team Envious and Optic Gaming, these two teams played against each other in 20 games at Daytona. So they've got some history here from just very recently. And not just that, throughout the entire course of Halo 5, these two teams have some serious history.
I think this is going to be the last time, hopefully last time that I mentioned Snakebite, obviously sick at Daytona. Maybe played a little bit in when your captain is feeling a little bit under the weather. Optic Gaming looking for a lot of revenge here, I guess you can say tonight. So let's go ahead and take a look at tonight's matches and see what everyone's going to be stacked up against. Team Liquid starting off against Team Splyce. What an epic day that we have today, Mike. I would almost argue that this is probably the best set of matches that we're going to see all the way up until maybe the 6th or 7th matches, the final matches that determine what happens in Atlanta DreamHack.
Yeah, without a doubt. Optic Gaming versus Team Envious is the match of the week, but Liquid versus Splyce, Team Liquid versus Straight Rippin' versus Ronin Esports. It's kind of tough to call all these matches right now, especially talking about the history with Team Liquid and Splyce. These two teams played against each other 4 times at Daytona. Team Liquid besting Splyce 3 out of those 4 times, but going to a Game 7 where Rain just went absolutely off the wall with the sniper, pulling off insane plays. I mean, he pretty much clutched it up so much. There's nothing you can do when somebody's hitting those
by far the
shots.
best that we've seen Rain play, and it was the time to do it against Splyce right there. But someone that was going off yesterday is Renegade. You got to watch out for this guy. Shotzi was going huge. Shooter was going huge as well. I think it was Halo Data Hive that put out the information that Shooter had the top 5 KDA yesterday. I think he was in 4th place, which is crazy because he's kind of that fill-in-the-role type of player, doing all the dirty work. But this guy right here, Renegade and Eden Team Slayer, 18-2 against Evil Geniuses. Ridiculous.
Yeah, and then right after that, we saw Shotzi pick up the sniper and just kind of continue on where Renegade left off with that sniper. So, yeah, Renegade, a.k.a. Renegade, just really proving that he is just unstoppable with any power weapon when it's in his hands.
Yeah, and I love that clip. You can see that's against Team Liquid right there. Splyce was up 1-0 in that series. Eventually, Team Liquid is going to go and get the better of them. A lot of that having to do with the ridiculous play that Rain was bringing to the table. But who do you think from Team Liquid is going to be able to be the X factor today, Mike?
Yeah, I mean, I always say it's Sub-Zero. When we don't really see Rain pull off that type of flashy play style very often, so that was kind of out of his norm. But I really feel like it comes down to Sub-Zero. He's kind of the glue to this team. If he's playing on point, that's what kind of pushes this team to the next level. But Splyce with this new roster, they're a whole different team. They don't play the same anymore. They've got Renegade kind of doing a little bit of everything and kind of filling into certain roles wherever he needs to be. He does run the flag. He does do a lot of power weapon control. But now with this new roster, he doesn't have to just focus on that power weapon control solely.
Still some things to clean up. We're going to see them going up against Team Liquid in that first match. That's going to be an epic test for both teams. But let's talk about the match of the week. Team Envious taking on Optic Gaming. This is going to be
This is what we've all wanted to see.
Insane display of
Again.
Halo. It's going to be an insane display of Halo. It's going to be, I believe, the second round of game types that we're going to see. So I can't wait to see these guys just duke it out. So much slaying power, very little amount of mistakes. I believe yesterday I didn't see any major things stick out like a sore thumb in the Envious series. Optic Gaming literally made one mistake not choking spawns. So this is going to be a doozy.
Yeah, I mean, if you're Optic Gaming too, you're coming in here with some fire. You're pissed off. You're mad. You want to beat Team Envious. You want to show them that, hey, no, we are the better team. We were sick at Daytona. Excuses aside or not, losing, that's not in Optic Gaming's handbook. Once that happens, you know they're right back on the drawing board. They're going over absolutely everything. Snakebite is leading that team, making sure they're going over films, going over absolutely everything they need to. And this time, he's going to be able to be the vocal leader that he needs to be.
That's true, guys. We want to know who you think's going to win that series and the rest of these matches. Make sure that you hit us up on social media at ESHalo. Use that hashtag HCS. You can also tweet us at HCS. Try to get your tweets on the show. Also, DreamHack Atlanta. This is kind of what everything is building up to. You can get your tickets at tickets.dreamhack.com. I'll be there. Mike, I'm sure you're going to be there.
I'm sure I'll be there as well. Yeah, we're going to have some more insane matches, and it's an open event. So we're going to see a lot of names. I'm sure Rynoob is going to come back out. Contra, he's going to have maybe the same roster, see if they'll come back out and give another run to make it into the top 8.
So let's talk about that a little bit because you are in, obviously, with the whole 343 Esports team. Let's talk about that discussion to make DreamHack that kind of open event because a lot of people may have thought that was just closed off for the teams here in the Pro League.
Yeah, well, just getting all the feedback and hearing how many players and how many teams really just want to come back out and compete and try and travel to all these open events and having the East Coast event, we've heard a lot of people kind of shouting out saying, hey, bring it back to the East Coast. And that's something we've really been trying to work hard to make happen. We had that happen with Daytona. We're happy to come back out again for Atlanta. And I think it's going to be a great turnout. A lot of people that I talked to at Daytona were like, yep, we're already booked. We got hotel, flight, and tickets bought to go out to Atlanta. So I think it's going to be an awesome turnout. And yeah, a lot of new names. I mean, taking a look at the free-for-all at Daytona, we saw a lot of kind of new names kind of pop up into the mix.
Tizoxic won it.
Tizoxic, he's been around for a while. He ended up winning that FFA. So there's a lot of good players out there that are just right at the cuff and breaking into the top. So if you're on the lower end here of the Pro League teams, it's not safe for you.
Yeah, make sure that you guys get your ticket. Shout out to everyone that was in Daytona. We will see you guys in Atlanta, but the players are getting ready in the lobby. It's going to be our first match. Splyce taking on Team Liquid again. Mike, this is an absolute coin flip over here. You can see Team Liquid and Splyce tied at third place. That's because Team Liquid hasn't played yet. Splyce, they did get their match yesterday. They won against Evil Geniuses. Mike, is it too early to call? Can I get a prediction?
Oh, man. Prediction. I'm a Shotzzy fan, man. He's the youngest player in the league. I'm going to have to say Splyce taking it 3-2. It's going to go the distance.
Let's elaborate on Splyce a little bit more. You can see that is the lineup. You got Renegade still in his Straight Rippin' jersey. He left Straight Rippin' to join Splyce, a non-pro league team, to go and win the LCQ. Pretty ballsy move, ends up pulling it off. You can see him highlighted right there. And again, he was just going off with this team. Obviously, what he was doing on Straight Rippin' definitely carrying over with Splyce. He's always getting the weapons, and that's one of the things that you have to focus on here if you're Team Liquid, making sure that wherever he is on the map, that you know where this guy's located and you know what guns he has.
All right, well, let's take a look at the series layout here to see what game types these two teams are going to be playing. Kicking it off with Truth, Capture the Flag, Plaza Slayer, Eden Strongholds, Fathom, Capture the Flag, and closing it out with a Game 5 Coliseum Slayer. And we saw what happened yesterday with Splyce on Coliseum Slayer. So if it gets there again, actually, you know, that's the game type Team Liquid defeated them in Game 7. So Splyce is going to be looking for revenge here if it goes to Game 5 to prove that.
Oh, and I hope it does.
I hope it does too, because Splyce, they were telling me at Daytona that Coliseum, that's one of their best maps, whether it's Slayer or Capture the Flag. And to have Liquid kind of go off like they did and just dominate them probably puts a bad taste there in Splyce's mouth, because they know that they are really good at this game type. So time for revenge, and we'll see if they can make it happen.
Oh, man, I'm taking a look down here. The deploying is getting ready. It's going to be time. Splyce taking on Team Liquid to start off day number 2. Mike's got his money on Splyce. I'm going to go ahead and take Team Liquid in a 3-2 here. Definitely going to be a close series. I would be shocked if this didn't go to game number 5, guys. CTF Truth, let us know again on Twitter who you think is going to win this series at ESL Halo, at HCS. Use that hashtag HCS starting this one off with Stellar.
All right, Stellar's already making his push over towards the car side, excuse me, and he does have Eco nearby, but a quick move from Splyce to already make themselves kind of a placehold here at top car, and great teamwork, a little bait and switch there from Shooter and his teammate there at top car. So Shooter's gonna be looking for the spawns here by the car bubble, but look at this, we've already got Shotzzy sneaking into the base of Team Liquid. Shooter making a sneaky play, trying to get the assassination. Yes, he does. Patience does pay off here for Shooter. That's going to be 3 down for Team Liquid, and Splyce is on the move with the flag.
I'm surprised to see Shooter not cut that angle off a little bit earlier towards car 1 and Stellar not to charge. It looks like Stellar's going to go back underneath the base. This flag should be put in. All Shooter has to do is secure this capture, and that one's already going in. Penguin, Sub-Zero, he's trying to throw the grenades from top center, but that is a minute in 1 flag capture for Splyce. What a start, Mike.
Yeah, perfect execution there from Shotzzy, just making himself be that kind of nuisance inside their base, sneaking in. They're able to pick up the slaves, makes that perfect opportunity to get the flag, and just sends it home. Here you've got Rain trying to push the flag. He does have 2 teammates nearby, but he is going to fall down. Over to Shotzzy, goes down as well. That's going to be 3 down for Splyce. Looks like the tide has turned here, and we're seeing a very similar play here on the other side, and now Liquid does cap flag number 1, tying it up 1-1.
Yeah, what happened there, the mistake for Splyce is when Shooter went back all the way to his base, they gave up pink control. Splyce needs to continue to maintain control on that type of flag cap. It looked like Liquid, though, had the perfect strategy to go clear the guys out of their base. And look at this, Splyce now doing the same exact thing. They're regaining control of the map. This is an absolute slugfest.
Nice perfect kill from Bubu staying alive at bottom car, but it looks like Team Liquid might be getting trapped here in their base. Gonna spawn right in front of Bubu Dubu's gonna have to back down as he does have teammates pushing in from that pink side, but taking it slow, taking it careful, not making any kind of mistakes here, just keeping himself around that top middle area. Now he's gonna opt to push in. He does have a teammate below the base lifting up, so if he can potentially pick up this kill, he gets the trade. A big trade from Bubu. That's 2 down for Liquid, but still, Splyce not in position as Team Liquid spawns up all over that base.
Yeah, it looks like Shotzzy is crouching over towards P1. He probably picked up that camouflage, and he does have the camo. He gets that perfect onto Sub-Zero. Now Renegade gonna fly out over towards P3. Eco, he's kind of caught out in no man's land over there, and he gets picked off. Nice teamwork coming in from the guys on Splyce. That's a player down P1. Easy pickings for these guys. Now pushing into the base. Renegade's gonna pull this one, but you can see the defense. Nice execution coming in from Team Liquid, but again, Shotzzy with this camo is pretty deadly. You have an overextension from the Team Liquid side. It looks like we're gonna be in a potential flag standoff with the flags over towards car side and pink side for both teams.
Well, you've got Shotzzy who spotted the flag carrier on the other side. This will help Splyce out here to try and just lock and locate to finish off that kill. They're gonna be trapped here in the bubble though. Shotzzy throwing in some grenades. He does connect. You'll see the hit markers. That's gonna be a double kill here for Shotzzy. That flag is a little bit too far out though, so Shotzi's not gonna be able to pick up that return just yet, but look at this. He's got 2 other teammates here just ready to get that return and make sure Team Liquid does not get the cap, and on the other side, you'll have Splyce put in their 2nd flag.
Very clean gameplay coming out from both teams, but Splyce just looking a little bit better. A lot of that having to do with the positioning that Shotzzy's having and also the execution of his shots and the way that he's moving. And look at this. He's still alive, pulling another flag towards P1. This could be it. He just needs to make his way around the corner. That's going to be 3 fresh dead. The last guy's over towards the car side. That is game going on over to Splyce. 3-1.
So close, yet so far. You saw the player just right there from Liquid, almost able to touch that flag and get it out, but Shotzzy just a little bit too quick. He knows that just the right little movements to give him those speed boosts, and honestly, that proves just how important those little speed boosts are.
Look at that, all Shotzzy, 12, 6, and 3. And look at the members on Team Liquid. He had as many kills combined as Sub-Zero, Stellar, and Rain. What a performance coming out from the young gun. 4 minutes long, Mike. 4 captures. That was action-packed.
Yeah, and Shotzzy had 2 flag grabs. Renegade with 1 flag grab. That was all 3. Every flag that they pulled, they capped and definitely capitalized at those key moments. And you'll see sometimes teams, there's that little speed boost right there. You saw kind of just getting that right off the edge of the wall, or the edge of the ground, so he's able to just propel himself forward, and that really came into an important time just to shave that off once he brought it back to the base. But yeah, sometimes we'll see teams that grab a lot of flags, but they're not able to cap them because they're just grabbing them at the wrong time.
Right, and only 2 flag grabs for Liquid. We saw the one go in, and the other ended up being a double counter cap coming in from Liquid. It all started with Shotzzy coming around, and you know what sticks out to me is the 2 players in the bubble sitting in the same spot getting hit by the same grenade, and that really opened it up. But not only that, for them to realize that they need to send multiple players over there, even with that numbers advantage, to put multiple people on the flag. So many people forget that you can get on there, get that double return so quickly, and also in strongholds, doubling up on the strongholds. Those are the necessary things that you have to do in order to get the objective done quickly. So now we move into Plaza Slayer. Still plenty of games in this best of 5 for Liquid to come and make up some ground, but that's scary how fast that game was.
Yeah, you know what's wild to me is we've looked at Splyce and kind of said that they're this young gun team. They don't have as much veteran experience as some of these other squads. Optic Gaming, Team Envious, you got Snipe Down, Pistola, players that have been in the scene for so long. Straight Rippin', players that have been in the scene for 10 years.
Yeah, 5-10 years.
And you look at Splyce, they really haven't been in the scene too long, but they're slowly coming together. They're trying to get more consistent. They definitely are. Just seeing them kind of come in very hot in that first game. Normally, they're a little bit slow to come into a series. Even in tournament play, when they're playing on land, they're a little bit slow to come into the series, but we're really seeing this team come together, and this is going to be deadly.
Something to keep in mind, Mike, is that they won all of their games yesterday except for strongholds. So expect that to be kind of a weakness for them, or maybe an EG strength when they faced off against them yesterday in that series. But here we go, kicking this one off with Eco. We didn't get a chance to watch much of Team Liquid last time because it was pretty much the Shotzzy show, and Eco making his way over towards Snipe side.
Eco ready to try and put on a show over here for his squad with the sniper rifle. You've got Shotzzy at top middle. He did pick up, no, I'm not sure if he was able to get that, but Eco really not getting too much pressure here. He does have his team dying all around him, though. That's going to be 3-0. He will connect on Shotzzy, not able to finish that kill, though. He's going to scurry away and try and stay alive here by the dump truck, but he does get spotted as well, so we'll see if Shotzzy's going to be able to kind of get his eyes on him. What a nade coming in. Have no clue where that nade just landed on him, so Eco will still be alive, though. It looks like the players on Splyce have just kind of forgot about him now, as Team Liquid's kind of bringing themselves back, and now it's 4-3.
Yeah, but keep in mind, Mike, he got that distraction medal, which is a beautiful thing because now he knows that he was safe, at least from the player that hit him with those grenades. So good teamwork coming out from the guys on Liquid. It could have been pretty scary, Mike. I mean, it was, I think, 4-0 at one point, and now they're able to bring it back here and go on pretty much a 6-0 run. And Eco, still with the sniper rifles, in a perfect position to just lock down spawns, but instead he's going to get really aggressive and charge over here. Maybe he's going to go for a glass snipe. Looks like that's what the play is here.
Yeah, I would have loved to see Splyce make a push over towards Eco early in the game once they got all 3 down, or 3 down on Liquid, but now you're kind of seeing Team Liquid really reap the benefits of not getting pushed here, and Eco still has the sniper from the beginning of the game. He hasn't really done too much, but honestly, sometimes it's better to have the sniper than the other team have the sniper in their hands, because you have to play so much differently. You don't have the freedom of roaming around the map, feeling like you're just going to get picked off when you turn a corner.
Yeah, it has to be a good feeling for Eco. He's running around not really finding anybody, getting a couple of body shots, but his teammates are picking up kills left and right. Overshield coming up. I'd really like to see him bring the sniper over towards top gold, or maybe rotate towards the flower. He's been a little bit predictable sniping in glass over and over again. When you're going up against these pro teams, looks like he's going to take that angle that Lunchbox was taking yesterday over towards that loop, but now he's going to be called out by Shotzzy. There it is. Hits that clutch no-scope. Sub-Zero's going to come up with the cleanup onto Boo Boo Doo Boo. That was the burn overshield there, right around that 50-second mark. So really nice job from the players on Team Liquid, but as that's happening, looks like Renegade picked up a double kill, so Sniper finally falling out of Eco's hands.
There you're going to see the Sniper go into Stellar's hands, and Renegade trying to find this player as well. It will take down Rain, does spot Sub-Zero, not going to be able to finish him. He will be one shot. You'll see Boo Boo Doo Boo finish him up in the kill feed, but 17-12, a bit of a way to go here. Normally Slayers start around 30 kills, but Renegade still just picking up a few kills here left and right. Got the light rifle in hand, but definitely trying to get into some better position. You see a tweet on the right side. Now that is a proper game of CTF. I couldn't agree with you more. Capitalizing on those opportunities, absolutely agree.
Keep those tweets coming in, guys, at ESHalo, at HCS. Use that hashtag HCS. We are all tied up here in game number 2. Team Liquid taking on Splyce. And look at this. This run now from Splyce is getting a little bit ugly here. As you see, Shotzi has the sniper rifle, but Renegade has been running around just picking these guys apart with the long-range weapons. Has double rifles in his back pocket right now, light rifle and battle rifle, just locking down this blue area. You can see him, Team Liquid just kind of turtling here, waiting for the next overshield, Mike.
You know, yesterday when we were watching Splyce's match, Shotzi is so fast at switching from his sniper to his pistol. It is the fastest out of any player, I think, in the league. Right when that hits, he's already got the pistol out, and there is nothing you can do. He hits that first shot so many times.
Yeah, Shotzi, very good mechanically. Got to watch out for that guy anytime that he has the sniper rifle. So let's jump on board with him and see if he's going to be able to pick apart Team Liquid. As we mentioned before, that overshield was burned by Boo Boo Doo. Team Liquid had that clutch no-scope from Eco. So both of the teams are going to know when this one's coming up, and that's what you're seeing everyone posture for.
It's crazy to see right now, 24-20, as we see the players here on Team Liquid falling behind now. I mean, we just saw Team Liquid take a commanding lead. I believe they were up about by 7 or 8, and now they're down by 7, falling behind very quickly. So, I mean, kudos to Splyce and really being able to keep it together. Sometimes we'll see kind of teams just kind of fall apart once they fall behind by a little bit too much, but maybe this was Liquid getting a little bit too complacent and Splyce finding that opening. But look at this. We've got a shooter over on the other side sneaking in around the cafe. He finds Sub-Zero to pick up the kill, but you'll see in the kill feed, Shooter and Renegade both go down. Boo Boo Doo still just keeping control here over by the snipe side.
Should be an easy pick here on Rain. He's jumping out over there. Shooter's going to get the cleanup. 2 kills going on over to Splyce. Stellar and Sub-Zero, the last guys alive over in that tram area. Looks like Splyce is going to get pretty aggressive. VR versus the pistol. Boo Boo Doo taking him down to no shield. Stellar is going to drop. Renegade coming in with the cleanup. I like this aggression coming in from Splyce. They're going to just charge in there and not be afraid of Team Liquid at all, just wiping the floor with them.
Yeah, you can see the movement here from Splyce. They're just kind of free roaming now. You saw Renegade make an excellent flank through the street behind the player over by the loop. So excellent teamwork, excellent movement from the guys here on Splyce. And look at this, another flank. Unfortunately, Renegade is going to go down in the favor of Stellar, but absolutely incredible play. But now talking about turtling. Here, we're seeing Splyce turtle up again. They realize they have the lead. They don't need to push. They can sit back. They can wait, but you don't want to turtle up too much and just let the other team pick up that sniper that's coming up in 3 seconds.
Yeah, that's why we're on board with Eco right now. This is a very important time. New sniper dropping again. Overshield going to be popping up here soon. We're most likely going to see a sniper versus sniper battle as Shooter's going to drop to Eco. You can see on the right-hand side, Shotzi also has the sniper rifle. He's currently sitting in that yard area, but he rotated immediately over towards the glass and picks him off. That's what we were waiting for.
There you see Shotzi taking him down. Over to Renegade, pushing up towards top middle, right there to pick up the overshield. Got to give a good call out to Coach Bill. If he is on board in the comms here with this team, just letting them know the exact time it's coming up. Double kill for Renegade with the sniper, looking for the triple. Player does spawn in cafe. Renegade has his eyes right there on the opening, but that player is not going to peek, not give Renegade that opportunity. Renegade spotting out all over cafe. 2 players pushing into the cafe. Renegade taking down Stellar as well.
This is what I love from players that get the sniper rifle. Stay at the nest side. I know that going over to glass and getting into flowers, it's new, it's different. I mean, people have been doing it kind of since the beginning of Plaza. It's not really that new, but it is a little bit different. Personally, there is no better spot to snipe, in my opinion, than going S4, and that's exactly what Renegade's doing. Get as high up on the map as possible. You have so much cover, so many areas to run away. You don't have to worry about spawns that much, and he gets dropped immediately by a Stellar, but someone should have been watching that poster area. And this is looking ugly for Team Liquid. A game 1 that lasted only 4 minutes. Now here, very close to being steak dinner after this game was tied right around that 17 mark.
Yeah, Splyce just really started taking this away. At this point, Splyce is kind of just charged because we can't lose, running around. There you see Shotzi up at snipe 3 again, and that's going to be it. Game number 2 going to Splyce, 50-32. This is a new Splyce. These guys, I think they are going to be moving forward with a lot more confidence. They realize how good they are now. They have, after Daytona, they realized the capability that this squad has, and it's just going to be all about consistency and keeping their composure.
Yeah, that's what's so crazy to think about Splyce is just a little bit of fourth place there really boosts their confidence. And I think about auction supremacy that got 5th, 6th at Daytona. Imagine if they were the team that placed 4th place. Imagine if they ended up beating Envious like they probably should have, kind of throwing that series away. Maybe they would be the team sitting here in the Pro League, but that's not the case, and Splyce is just continuing to ride that wave, this time taking down Team Liquid in dominating fashion. It's not over yet, Mike. We did see some faults in the Strongholds games yesterday for Splyce, so maybe Liquid can bring it back here and make this series 2-1. But look at these games to make up, even if you do lose Eden Strongholds. Fathom CTF and Coliseum Slayer, the way that Splyce has been playing today, I'm not sure if it's inside the cards for Team Liquid.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, and taking a look at the power weapon kills here from Splyce as well. You've got 6 sniper kills from Shotzzy and 2 sniper kills from Renegade. And on the other side, only 1 sniper killed Eco.
Yeah, I think that was the big difference. Shotzzy put way more work in with the sniper rifle than Eco did. Eco, he was only hitting body shots. It didn't look very crisp. He hit that one nice no-scope on the player that was going for the overshield, but that's pretty much all he did with that sniper rifle. Not, trying to call him out or anything like that, but again, I really feel like going over towards the snipe side is the best thing, locking that area over. Why leave that position and let them spawn over there? You could just sit there with the sniper rifle locked in towards Cafe and Blue area, waiting for them and trapping them over there, and then having players filtering in from all over the place. So just allowing them to charge over towards that back wall, letting them to get over the truck, it just wasn't the best idea in my opinion. And then you also saw the opportunity of the sniper versus sniper battle, Shotzzy winning that one as well. So in my opinion, that was the huge difference maker.
Yeah, but you did mention Strongholds was the weaker game type here for Splyce yesterday.
Yeah.
That was the one game type they lost.
They overslayed. That was the problem for them. So maybe they've, looked at that. That was a question that we asked Boo Boo Doo in the interview, and he said, yeah, I think that we were overslaying, and then something about his brother came in, interrupted him.
Wanted some hot Cheetos.
Yeah, I wanted some hot Cheetos like or something. I don't blame him. Those are pretty good. But either way, we had an interview to conduct. No, that's great, though, that people just walk in mid-series and things like that.
You could tell he was like, what are you doing walking in, man?
He's like, don't you know? Aren't you watching the stream right now? But but yeah, these guys are playing out of their mind right now on Splyce, and it's pretty scary to see them almost manhandle Team Liquid in the first 2 games. But one of the things that I was worried about for the teams that hadn't played today, for the Team Liquid and the Straight Rippin' teams, is that they felt the intensity yesterday, Splyce did, of the Pro League. It's been a while since they've played online in the Pro League and had, something to really play for. A lot of these have been LAN events, right? So sometimes it's hard for people to turn the switch on. And I'm curious if that's something that Team Liquid's doing right now, is just coming a little bit slow out of the gates. Splyce has that intensity. They've been playing against high caliber teams. They had against Evil Geniuses a really good 5-game series yesterday. So maybe that got the competitive juices flowing. And that's what we're seeing here, is that kind of carry over from the momentum from Daytona on over here from day 1, now again into day number 2. And we will be getting Strongholds. Yeah, it looks like we did have a dropout there, so we lost that, and we will get that back for you guys soon. And it looks like that was Shotzzy that dropped out, but he is right back here, so we'll get that game underway. It is still Eden Strongholds, and again, we were talking about how Splyce against Evil Geniuses yesterday, they lost Rig and Plaza Strongholds. They didn't play on Eden Strongholds against these guys. We haven't seen that. But if I did have to pick a Strongholds game that would favor Splyce, I would probably say Eden would be their best. They are playing from the blue side, so they're going to have a hard time getting overshield in the beginning. That's something to keep in mind. So maybe they should be focusing on maybe going towards Blue Bend, or trying to take that OV guy out any way that they can, maybe getting the rockets, or focusing their resources towards the camo. There's only a couple ways you can really take that overshield guy out. Maybe flying over towards that blue window, or laying down some really nice grenades as the players do that push on over towards the pit. And sometimes you'll see a delayed push, like Mikwin. He'll go and wait a second, wait for the grenades to blow up, then he'll thrust slide in there. But yeah, this is the only opportunity for Liquid here in the beginning of this game to get their footing in the entire series, really.
And talking about kind of beginning strats as well, we've seen a lot of different beginning strats happen already. Yesterday, we saw Luminosity send 3 players into the yard right at the start of
neighbor strat.
Yeah, right at the start at Plaza Strongholds. You just do something so uncharacteristic, so unbelievable, where the other team is just like, are they seriously doing that right now? There is no way. And then it works out because the other team is not expecting it. It's like kind of doubling back out when you're one shot sometimes. It's like you don't think that person's going to do that 9 times out of 10, they're probably not gonna do that. But that 10th time when they do that, they pull it off on you, and you're just like, man, no way,
Yeah.
no way he
Plaza
tried.
Strongholds is an interesting one because you have so many different options. You'll see red side, they sometimes will send 2 driveway and go towards that Prius and capture bottom middle and also still watch that camo. There's also the option, do you go into yard or do you go towards nest? So beginning strategies really do play a big part of this, but unfortunately for yesterday for Luminosity, they just weren't able to string it together. They were hanging in there in the games, and then all of a sudden, boom, they're out of there. And it wasn't like anyone was making huge mistakes. I felt like everyone had their moments playing well individually, but everyone's playing at such a high level. I mean, this is the Pro League. It's so fun after 2 years of this game being out, seeing just the mechanics coming out, seeing the strategies develop, and kind of a little bit of a rivalry is going on between the two teams as well. So, you know, Liquid and Splyce, they've faced off against each other. Splyce looking for revenge here. They're so close to getting it as we do kick this one off with Sub-Zero. And is he going to be the guy that does the delayed push on over towards the overshield? It looks like he's going to help his teammate Stellar secure that one. So no, Eco getting the overshield camo. Looks like going on over to the guys on Team Liquid as well. So this is the start that we were talking about, Mike, that they needed.
Yeah, here you've got Sub-Zero already getting a quick cap here at top catwalk. Rockets are in the hands of Renegade, though, so we'll see if he's going to be able to kind of turn this around for them. If there's anybody that can do it, it's definitely Renegade. Now we've got 1 stronghold captured on both. Renegade there, you'll see in the kill feed, picking up a kill on Stellar. That nest has yet to be captured. Team Liquid making a push on Blue Bend, though, as the players from Splyce are still spawning up by Blue. Sub-Zero turning around, spotting one player, will finish the kill, but he's going to go down. Renegade picks up another rocket kill. So that's going to be 2 down for Team Liquid. So you're going to see Splyce still able to keep control of that Blue Bend, and at the same time, slowly kind of rotate around over towards the turbine and make their way towards Nest, while also sending 2 players over towards... What just happened? Was that a grenade shot?
2 pretty bad mistakes. One is when you're the rocket guy and you kill a guy in that vicinity, you got to know how the death screen works. That guy 1000% still had him on death screen. That's when you go and you fake the guys out. You fake like you're going blue alley, double back outside, maybe make your way over towards the window. Second mistake, obviously shooting the rocket into the box and killing yourself. But I want to point out, you know, as we did see that mistake right there, I thought, ooh, nice play from Shots. He almost worked out, but huge mistakes coming out from Liquid. They secure camo, they secure overshield, they secure catwalk. Why didn't they take their overshield guy on over towards Red Nest? Why did they fight that Blue Bend fight? They could have been securing and milking so much more time here, Mike.
Well, we've got Splyce falling 3 down right now. They do have a little bit of a lead, and Boobadooboo just trying to stay alive, playing a little bit aggressive there, and you're going to see Eco really take advantage of that. 3 players from Splyce over by Blue Bend, just playing some good defense. Eco getting caught out. Splyce will punish him for that move. Stellar now sneaking up behind them. That's 3 down for the squad of Splyce. Not a good time to go down, as Liquid's going to be able to pick up the overshield, and Stellar now making his way over towards security, and they're gonna get the camo. Some great plays and great execution here from Team Liquid to be able to time both of these power-ups to make sure they go into their hands. Incredible shots here from Stellar, as well as he is just an aggressive machine right now, just holding forward. We'll slow up here a little bit, as he does know a player could be behind this wall. He's gonna get pegged and go down to 1 shot, but no worries, staying alive and making a little bit of a flank here to finish up the kill on Renegade.
Little dipsy doodle around the corner over there on the ledge, making his way on over to Turbine. Looking for the triple cap again. Finally, Liquid getting something going in this series over here. Boobadoo with the Rockets, trying to make sure that stops happening immediately as multiple players push on over towards Blue Bend. The contest comes in, he gets assassinated. Surprised that he doesn't even try to fight in that instance. You gotta help out and lay some damage onto Renegade so he doesn't get a double kill there. That was just a bad play.
That was an incredible play from Renegade, though, on his end, being able to pick up that double kill and just reset.
Because the guy didn't look at him and said, hey, assassinate me. I'm just going to try to be useless here.
He's absolutely taking advantage of that play there. So Renegade able to stay alive, but then Shooter picking up a perfect kill, just having some incredible defense at Blue Bend. Definitely seeming, like you said, Liquid maybe a little bit off their game. Maybe they're flustered, kind of not really playing like themselves, seeing these mistakes that they're making.
I mean, I don't know if this is the best I've seen Splyce play or if this is the worst that I've seen Liquid play, because when I think of Liquid, I think of a team that's consistently been inside of the top 3. Obviously, the game types changed a little bit. Some, kind of were rumoring that Team Liquid was probably one of the teams that got a little bit weaker from those game types. Obviously a lot of games to be played here, and, can't take anything away from Splyce again because of the way that they've been able to play not only today, but against Evil Geniuses yesterday, who's obviously playing at a pretty high level here. But this is the time. Overshield coming up. Team Liquid looks like they have multiple players going for that one.
Oh.
Rain, he is going to burn it, though. Unfortunate for them, and a positive for Splyce.
Yeah, Splyce now kind of getting back on track with the power-ups, able to get Team Liquid to burn the OS and getting the camo into their hands. Here we're going to see a push over towards blue. That's going to be 2 down for Team Liquid. About to make that 3. A grenade comes flying in towards blue Ben. Will that player get weak? You'll see the hit markers finish off that player there. Shooter's going to finish him off. Player is down below. But this entire time, while Splyce is picking up all these kills, Team Liquid is still getting time. Now we're seeing Boo Boo Doo Boo make his push over towards Blue Ben. He will get the kill on Eco, but Rain is right behind him. No help here for Boo Boo Doo Boo. And that is going to be another reset. So once again, look at this. Team Liquid is still in control. Team Liquid is just, they're getting outslayed, but Splyce, they're not capitalizing and getting the captures.
This is the problem with Splyce on Strongholds, is they look so good when you're watching their screens. All their shots look amazing, but no one's necessarily making the rotations to get the Strongholds, and they're not ending the milk fast enough. There is Shotzzy picking up a multi-kill. 2 players going to drop Sub-Zero and Rain, the last 2 guys alive over here. Shooter just sitting down, locking down the red nest area. Curious to see if he's going to either help outside or maybe try to bait over towards that red window. Typically, you see players get over there and help towards the blue bridge area, because look at that. Liquid is sending everyone over there. So I'm surprised to see Shooter not try to grab the light rifle and try to help in that area. Maybe someone else is currently locking down that space. No, nobody is over there. Just another player watching that red nest. There it is. There's a position he needs to be in. Rocket's coming up. Boo Boo Doo picks up a double kill. Nice thrust and double melee. Getting the reversal from Shooter. That should help secure the Rockets. Eventually the overshield if they want it here for Splyce.
Yeah, but you've seen Splyce only have 1 player out by the Rockets. That's Renegade. Now you're going to see Shooter make his push out here. But look at this. Liquid is sending 3 players over there. That's going to be a trade as well. Sub-Zero picking up the double beatdown with the battle rifle here in hand on top of that. And we're going to see overshield here be up in just a second. Splyce putting a few members here. Renegade, he's going to pick it up, but he'll get rocketed, and that overshield is going to be burned. All the while, Splyce still picking up points, 67 to 45.
Yeah, this is not looking good for Team Liquid. They're going to have to do something fast. Rain at least gets that trade, but I don't know if it's going to be enough because Shotzzy has this camo. Shotzzy, can he land the grenades? It looks like he's going to thrust in there over towards the reset and gets it, trading his camo for the reset. Maybe not the best use of camo, but totally understanding where he was coming from. Didn't think that one of his teammates was going to come in and fly in there as well. And when you only need so many points, that is the right play, as they could potentially rack up more from this triple cap. Can they get the guys out of Red Nest? No. Looks like Red Nest going on over to Team Liquid. Focus now over towards that catwalk, and a couple of players dropping for Splyce. Looks like they're not going to be able to do it. Liquid taking control when they desperately need it.
Yeah, we'll see Stellar pick up a rocket kill, and on the other side, Eco is making a push towards top catwalk, but he's going to be down to 1 shot. Can he stay alive? Not going to be able to. Renegade will finish him off. Over on the other side, Stellar picks up a killing spree, immediately goes down. That's going to be 3 down for Team Liquid. Splyce is in an all-out charge here towards Blue Ben. Sub-Zero goes down as well. That's going to be the last player here that was able to try and make a push towards those Rockets, and now we're going to see the Rockets potentially go into the hands of Splyce. On the other side,
Shooter made a huge play.
Plays. A killing spree from Renegade, picks up the double kill. We're seeing a little bit of a slain fiesta happen, but on top of that, Splyce getting control of the strongholds.
From what I saw, Shooter hid behind where the camo spawns, behind the wall, waiting for players to push into the catwalk, charged up with a double grenade, got the kills and kept a lot of his shields, putting down some serious damage. That was the play that he needed to make. Perfect execution coming in from Shooter. Those are the type of veteran plays that you need to have when you have these young guns on your team. 5 more points, and it is all over for Team Liquid. You can see them desperately wanting this blue bend area. Stellar has the rocket. He misses it. Shooter comes in with the cleanup. Are they able to capture Red Nest, though, on the other side?
They
no.
get it.
They do not get red nest for Splyce. It's going to be Team Liquid now capping, and Team Liquid going for the triple cap, as it looks like Sub-Zero squeaks away with that overshield. Booba is going to drop as well.
Cap.
Oh my goodness, they only needed 2 more points, but Liquid did not give up. They are still in this one, getting that reset. Splyce is going to have to reset, or it could be the dream comeback here for Team Liquid.
You've got no room for error here if you're on Team Liquid. You've got to be slain. You got to stay on top, and you can't lose any single fight here. Eco putting on some pressure. He does spot Shooter. Shooter flies out. He's going to fly. Wow. Almost looking really bad for Eco, but he's able to finish the kill. On top, you've got Shotzi trying to pick up the catwalk. He's able to hide behind the wall and pick up that capture. Over on the nest now, you got players from Splyce about to pick it up. Nate's flying in from everywhere, but look at this Shotzi. He is just a needle. He's hiding right here. He gets it, and the reset. That is going to be it. Splyce defeating Team Liquid 3-0. I did not see that coming. I did not see that coming at all.
No, we called game number 5, and that did not happen at all. So shocking to see that Splyce comes out and dominates 3-0. Game number 3 was close, but game number 1 and 2, not really.
Gosh.
Wow, let's take a look at these stats overall. 25 and 18 for Renegade, 21 and 14 for Shotzi. That is the duo that you got to look out for. They are dropping some serious bombs. Meanwhile, Rain, 10 and 22, not the best performance that he was looking for. Heavily outslayed on the side of Team Liquid. Splyce definitely putting together an all-around solid game. I was worried that they were going to get triple capped on and not be able to do it, but somehow Splyce, they come out on top.
And on top of that, Booba with 21 assists. Not too many kills in the kills department. Only 12 kills, but 21 assists, dealing so much damage. I mean, everyone on this team feels a specific role each and every game. Sometimes you've got Booba going off. Sometimes you have Shooter going off with the Slays. But that game, it was all about Renegade and Shotzi.
Yeah, I mean, but
together they had 46 kills.
Yeah, but one of the things that you got to remember, too, is that big play that Shooter had. And also Booba with the Rockets, too. He was doing some serious things. But I love the play that happened over towards security. The players for Team Liquid, probably the most important part of the game based on the time that was happening, and just if they're able to get that catwalk, Team Liquid's most likely going to win that game. Just so much patience, waiting for the players to get into the stronghold, and then he appears. Also, he's probably just waiting and looking at his radar too, because those players are obviously charging in there, and that's what you have to do when you have the lead in strongholds. Be sneaky. Wait around, wait for them to get into the strongholds, and then when it's a sliver left, just surprise them and come back out of there and then get the reset. You get so many points that way, and it's also like you've been keeping them dead maybe an extra 3 or 4 seconds because you've just been sitting there chomping at the bit waiting for them to fall into your trap.
Yeah, this Splyce roster, they are looking scary. You know, it would be, I'm interested later on and in the Pro League to see this team now match up against Optic Gaming and Team Envious and see if they can keep growing and keep this like just deadly force. I mean, you can tell they have so much confidence. When you're watching them play just in their individual shot, if they get into a 1v1 battle, you can just feel the confidence. You're like, yeah, they're going to hit those shots. He's going to challenge back out. He's going to poke out and hit that shot. When Renegade or Shotzi have the sniper, you're like, they're going to hit that no-scope. He's just going to whip it. It's going to connect. They feel so confident just on this squad. We're going to see a lot more from them. They have, the only place to go is up for this squad.
All right, looks like we have an interview with the young gun, Shotzi. Shotzi, can you hear us on the other end?
Yep.
All right, so Shotzi, you and Renegade putting up some serious stats, but I was looking at some of the other plays that were happening. Shooter with the sneaky plays. How many times have you seen that guy making big plays, just crouching, waiting for players to fall into his trap?
It's insane. What Shooter does to our team, it's crazy. Like, we have our role, and then he has his role, which is just like doing just sneaky plays that makes us, play how we play.
So in your match today, it definitely felt like you guys have kind of this new aura. Are you guys feeling a bit more confident after Daytona? Do you guys have kind of a new kind of feel with your squad?
Yes, it's me and Renegade. Like, we know we're like slayers. Like, and then Jesse doesn't really have to do much. Like, yeah, basically.
So
doesn't have to do much, but he did have 21 assists last game, so we got to give him credit where it's
exactly.
due.
Yeah.
But you know what I'm really curious about, Shotzi, is You just beat these guys 3-0 on Team Liquid. Yesterday, you face against Evil Geniuses, and it's a 3-2. And then I look back at the LCQ. You guys go to Game 5 with ABC, and you guys also have a 4-2 with Oxygen Supremacy. Was this Team Liquid just not playing up to your typical Team Liquid standards, or was this you guys just coming in really hot today?
I felt like our comms were really good today rather than yesterday because we haven't been streaming this past week. But yeah, definitely we played really good today. Our comms were really good.
So only having Renegade on the squad for a few, maybe even a month.
About a month, yeah.
Not too long. It seems like he's fitting onto the squad pretty well. I guess how has that transition been, bringing Renegade into the team?
I noticed that we were like more aggressive with Renegade because we're just more aggressive. So that just I don't know has a big impact on our team.
All right, Shotzi, last question before we let you go. Are you guys confident being up now 2-0? How are you guys going to match up against, say, the Team Enviouses or the Optic Gamings?
Well, honestly, we're really confident. Yeah, we're just really confident and looking forward to play them.
All right, Shotzi, congrats on the win. Best of luck in the rest of the season. It was definitely fun watching you guys play today.
All right, thank you.
All right, guys, make sure you hit us up on social media. Let us know what you think of that match. Use that hashtag HCS at ESL Halo, is the Twitter. At HCS as well works, but don't go anywhere. We are going to have the second match going down. It is the match of the week. Team Envious taking on Optic Gaming. Do not go anywhere.